Just outside of Watford City, there's a gem of a national park that should be on your bucket list. You can drive in to explore the North Unit of Theodore Roosevelt National Park, named after the 26th President of the United States, whose time with authentic cowboys in the 19th century in North Dakota would shape his presidency and the future of America. Just be aware if you do drive that you might come upon a North Dakota traffic jam. Scholar and historian Clay Jenkinson took me into the park to explore its unique history and geology. Clay, you've taken me to a spot that looks like a postcard.
This is the Grand Canyon of the Little Missouri River, Darley. And this is one of the most spectacular things you can see on the Great Plains. It's the crown jewel of Theodore Roosevelt National Park, North Unit. And once the land was all the height of the hills, and all the rest has been eroded away by water and wind and gravity.
The Mandan and Hidatsa used the Little Missouri River Basin as a bison hunting ground. These badlands remain spiritually significant to them and other native peoples today. This land, too, made quite an impression on Theodore Roosevelt.
Theodore Roosevelt was here. He came here in 1883 to kill a buffalo. He fell in love with this place. He said it reminded him of the poetry of Edgar Allan Poe. When he came here, he was grieving for the simultaneous death of his wife and his mother. In the same household, on the same day, Valentine's Day, 1884. And Roosevelt wrote in his pocket diary an X and said, "The light has gone out of my life." And here he grieved, and he wrote, and he made long, lonely horseback rides and hunting trips. He threw himself into frontier life, one of the last little slivers of the frontier in America. And he gleaned what it had to teach him. Taught him something about the dynamism of the American system, about American character. He became a small d Democrat here and realized that average people were as extraordinary as the mighty and the privileged and the rich and the powerful. And he gleaned his conservation ethos here. He realized the West is magnificent, but it's fragile.
So he came out here at a time that was so dark in his life, and this helped rejuvenate him.
He was filled with grief, and then things got so much better when he buried himself in the Badlands.
We have fallen heirs to the most glorious heritage a people ever received, and each one must do his part if we wish to show that the nation is worthy of its good fortune. Theodore Roosevelt. Called the conservationist president, Roosevelt would work to grow the national park system, establish the U.S. Forest Service, create a federal bird reserve, and more.
So as president, he did more for conservation than any other president in American history. And you can say with some certainty, Darley, that it happened here.
It's almost like we should be saying, thank you, out here. Yeah, thanks for saving this special place so we can all come out and enjoy it.